this crazy life we live, we all need someone to hold, to friend, to light.
Thank you and welcome to Real-Time Business Trainers. We empower professionals with real-time expertise. You can book online classes with us via our email realtimebusinesstrainers@gmail.com. Today we want to go through this question. It was a question that was asked April 2022 in CPA question 2A. When we talk of time value of money being a concept, it is a concept that you can find in all financial management papers. I mean, in an undergraduate level, you will find a unit by the name financial management. In CPA intermediate level, you'll find a unit by the name financial management. When you are doing the MBA, that is the Masters in Business Administration, you'll find a unit by the name business financial management. And this unit is found in all those papers. Why? It means it is very relevant to in as much as finance is concerned. For example, we have this question. Let's go through it and get the solution. The question is asking that James Chege intends to accumulate Kenya shillings 10 million in his account 15 years from now. We are required to calculate the amount he should deposit now, assuming that the bank is offering a 5% interest rate per annum compounded semi-annually. I think you have read the question with me. This is a question requiring us to calculate the amount he needs now. Now, before we tackle this question, for the interest of understanding more, I love another paper here that is just a rough work to just explain to maybe the people who are very new in this concept of time value of money, so that they can understand what we need, which formula do we really need to apply. In financial management, time value of money in specific, we have this concept whereby in our previous class we tackled a question about the future value. Future value is someone who is investing some amount today, so you want to know the future, that amount maybe after compounding, how much will he be having. And the formula of future value is equals to present value into bracket 1 plus r for it power n. This is future value. So using the basic mathematics, we know in this case future value is subject of the formula. When we want to make present value now the subject of the formula, we use the same. Future value is equals to present value 1 plus r power n. In this case, you say over 1 plus r power n over 1 plus r power n. This cancels out, and we find that present value is equals to future value over 1 plus r, that is the rate, power n. N stands for period. And this is the same as present value is equals to future value into bracket 1 plus the rate power negative n. Now this is the same formula, it's only the change of sign because of the change of the denominator from its original place. So as you can see, this is a formula that we'll be using. So some books, especially on CPA, you'll find they'll have of those formula or any other formula. Like in CPA, you'll find present value is equals the future value 1 plus they can even use k to represent the rate power negative n. In either way, this remains the basic formulas that we have, maybe to have them in our fingertips in as much as we are dealing with this concept of time value of money. Let's now proceed to see what is this that our question is requiring us. We have been told the amount he should deposit now. So James Chege already knows the amount he wants to get after 15 years. Now the question he is asking you as the financial advisor, or rather analyst, he wants you to tell him exactly the amount he needs to invest in this bank that is offering 5%. What amount is James Chege required to have today? Now that we have agreed that this question about now is asking about the present value, the formula of present value is present value is equals to future value into bracket 1 plus r for percentage power negative n. The next thing when you are dealing with this is to ask yourself, what don't you have and what do you have? You use what you have to calculate what you don't have. So present value, we don't have present value. Future value, this man James Chege is sure that you want to get 10 million. I hope you can see James Chege wants to get 10 million. R is the rate. When you talk about the rate, may bring us more concepts using this my rough work paper so that you can know something about the rate. The rate and the compounding. When we talk of compounding, we can compound maybe annually. When we talk of compounding annually, we use the n itself, that is after 1 year. Semi-annually, when we compound semi-annually, that is it means n times 2. That is when we are compounding, and we can maybe even compound in maybe even even the quarterly. We can even compound quarterly, and so on and so forth. We can compound maybe even in daily, but here we are compounding in semi-annually. So you just note, we'll take our n, we multiply by 2. When it comes to the rate, when we are compounding annually, we use a full rate, that is the r. But when it is semi-annually, that is halfway, that is the rate divided by 2, and so on and so forth. This is just a rough work that I've done for the purpose of maybe breaking this concept down. So we continue with our question. Now for our case, the bank is offering a 5%, that is interest rate, 5%. And when we talk of 5%, this is when it is annually. But now that it is semi-annually, we'll use 5%. 5% is, let's use calculator. 5% is 5 divided by 100 is 0.05, as you can see, 0.05. But it is semi-annually, we divide by 2. So we'll use when you divide by 2, 0.025. You can confirm with your calculator. You can get 0.025. Another thing, we have the n, that is the number of periods, that is the number of years that maybe you invested in this money. It is 15 years, but 15 years it is for annually. But now that it is annually, I've seen when it is semi-annually, we multiply. As you can see here, when it is semi-annually, we multiply by 2 times 2, so we get that. After that, now we just apply this. using what we have to get what we don't have. We don't have present value, but we have future value, which is 10 million. We have 10 million, as you can see. You open bracket 1 plus 0.025, close the bracket, power negative 30. So we continue. 10 million, as you can see, 10 million, you open bracket, this is 1.025 power negative 30. So it is 10 million times, when this 1.025, when you power it to negative 30, I'm just showing the calculator so that there's some people that they really know what they should do, but the way they press their calculators maybe mess up with their answers. So we get 0. You can see it is 0.4767. 4767. It is like that, 0.4767. So when you multiply this one, that is 10,000. No, not 10,000, but 10 million times 0.4767. When you multiply these 4767, you get shillings 4,767,000. This is what you get, 4,767,000. So simply, this is what the question was asking. The question was asking, what is this amount that Chege needs to or is required to have today, so that after 10 years, the 15 years, you'll be having 10 million. So as you can see, Chege is needed to have 4,767,000. So this is validating the concept that a shilling today is worthy than a shilling tomorrow. What does this mean? It means Chege requires this amount so that he can invest in this certain bank, and if maybe Chege earned any less amount, less than 4,767,000, he could not manage to invest and get 10 million. And maybe for the interest of understanding, we can reverse it so that we can prove if this formula or this concept is as true as it is maybe explained, or it is summarized in the formula. Now I want us to do the reverse of this. Now, assuming that this is present value, and it is, so let's assume that the question is asking us what amount, maybe Chege, what amount is expected to be as a result of Chege investing this amount. Now I want us to use this as present value. So we want to get the future value, and I said the formula of future value is present value into bracket 1 plus r, that is the rate, power n. In this case, we want to know the present value having a future value having the present value. So we'll just apply future value equals the present value. In our case, the present value is 4,767,000. 767,000. 4,767,000. Open the bracket. 1 plus. The rate is, we send because it is semi-annual, it is 1.025. 1.025 power. When you want to get the future value, we raise to the power of a positive n, that is power 30. So from here, it is 767,000. This is just to confirm. We already tackled the question. Open bracket. It is this was 0, so we get 1.025 power 30. 4,767,000 times, when you power this, when you power 1.025 power that, you get 2.0976. 0976. When you multiply 4,767,000 times 2.0976. Before I press the answer, because this should be scientifically and mathematically proven, it should be a fact. This answer should not be less than 10 million. Nothing to accept rather than a value that is 10 million. That is the future value. Let's now press with you. You can see it is an issue of the decimal point. We get it as the 10 million, because when you could use this whole value, you could get it being 10, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So this is the concept. And now we can go back to our main question, and you can see we have answered it very well. You can subscribe to this YouTube channel, that is the Real-Time Business Trainers. You share, and you can even use it even to revise for your paper. Thank you very much. See you next time as we tackle another concept.